Hello, my loves. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. You have success. You are getting results. You see results. Your results manifest. You are the architect of your life, designing it through the way you think about yourself in the world. You're the creator. You are the creator of your reality. Hello, everyone joining. You're the creator. You're the designer. You're the architect. You're a master manifestor. Declare it now. I am a master manifestor. I am a master at manifesting. I am a master at creating my dream life. I am a master at living my dream life. I'm a master at that. It's easy for me to manifest anything. Repeat after me. It is easy for me to manifest anything. This is your mental diet. If you keep this mental diet, it will become true. It's easy for me to manifest anything. So repeat after me. It is easy for me to manifest anything. It's easy for me to manifest specific person. It's easy for me to manifest money. It's easy for me to manifest my dream life. It's easy for me to manifest anything, any body changes. It's easy. It's easy for me to have everything. It's easy for me to live an effortless life. It's easy for me to feel effortless in my life. Watch how you produce those results. Keep coming back here. Stay part of my community where you remember and you are reminded to keep a mental diet. The mental diet is you knowing you're the creator. You have power over any circumstance. You can shrink any circumstance. You have the power to change any circumstance because you're the operant power. You're the one creating your reality. No one else is creating your reality for you unless you're agreeing with them. But you are the operant power. You are the only one creating your reality. So what do you want to create? You're someone that can manifest your specific person. You're someone that it's easy to bring to fruition all your desires. You're someone that can manifest fast and easy. You're someone that sees your life change instantly and overnight for the better. You're someone who aligns with a reality where you already know what to do. It's running through your blood. You already know what to do. Okay, you've been using ChatGPT and texting SP. The messages are fab to get you in the state. I love that. That is a fabulous way. That is a fabulous way to get into the state. Here's an idea of things I like to do. Write out for me my dream date. Write out for me a romantic date. It could help you see that vision and be in the state that it's already done. It's already yours. I already see it as done. Can you declare that? I already see it as done. Hi, Gigi. Thanks for joining. I already see it as done. I already see it as done because it is done. For that manifestation to be produced, you want to see it that way, that it is produced, that it is already done because it's already done. It's already within you. And you're experiencing your reality according to your state of consciousness and what you see. So say, I see it here now. I see it as done. I can see it as done. I know that it's done. Repeat that. Have a strict mental diet that you see it as done. I see it as done. I read that letter. Like you remind yourself, I read that letter where I have my desire, and it is done. I read that conversation. It's done. That conversation is mine. I see it already as done. It's mine. I have it now. Perfect. I already see it as done. I already see it as done because you're selecting your reality. Just like you would select something you're ordering on Amazon, you selected it. If you received something you didn't order, you just send it back and say, I don't want that. I don't want that. And then you focus on your orders. Like, I ordered this and it's mine. It's already mine. You're allowed to be selfish. Selfishly claim, that's mine. It's mine. I have it. It's done. Through my eyes, it's done. Through my eyes, I can see it as done. I can see it. I can see money piling up and pouring in my bank account. I can see that. That's done. So say that to yourself. Instead of saying, my bank account is just dwindling down. I only have this much money. I don't have enough. Instead of saying that, tell yourself what you would see, what you would like to see. I could see it as done. I could see money pouring in. I can see money showing up. I can see money showing up out of the blue. I can see that money circulates in my life. I know money is an energy, and I know it comes from me. And I could see it outpictured in my world. I see it produced on that world, in my world. I see it produced in the screen of space. Hello, everyone joining. Okay, so whatever it is that you desire, you decide you have it. By saying, I have it, I have it, I have it, I already have it. Like, for example, women in my VIP group that are saying, he's my boyfriend, he's my boyfriend, he's my boyfriend. And that's the dominant thought in the back of their mind. And that person, the man showed up like, oh, I don't think I want a relationship. But she said, no. She didn't tell him in the 3D. She went within and said, you're my boyfriend, you're my boyfriend, you're my boyfriend. And guess what? He is now officially her boyfriend. Because she affirmed it until it became true. She didn't let what he said, I don't think I want a relationship, I don't like hugging, all these different things that he told her. But she didn't try to hug him and say, come on, what about me? No, she just said, okay, I respect that. However, she went within and created what she wants and said, no, you're my boyfriend. Now he shows up saying, I love you. Now he shows up spoiling her. Like literally in the matter of 3 weeks, all of this took place. That she heard he wanted to be exclusive, and she heard I love you and feels spoiled. She also included she feels heard and seen, and she feels safe, and she feels safe because she shared her insecurity with him, and he said, I support you. So can you imagine hearing that from your person? If you have some sort of insecurity, imagine your person saying, I support you. You're God of your reality. You're the author. You're the one telling the story. They love that about you. Your desire is yours. I'm saying it. But my mind is fighting me constantly. But even that we could change. So I'm saying it and my mind has my back. My subconscious mind goes out and proves that to me. Anytime you think, oh, my mind is fighting me, no, it's not. It's not. It doesn't have to. And so you're perpetuating something, a story that you don't want. You're perpetuating this story because that was your thought that popped up in your mind, right? Oh, my mind is fighting me. All you have to do is tell that to go away. Let's not fight. Tell your mind, let's not fight. I get what I want. And you will see to it that this is done. So you have to create that repetition. So that's your natural thought. Just your mind's not fighting with you. You don't have to have that anymore. I was running earlier. I'm doing a 5K this coming, not tomorrow, but next weekend. And it's been a while since I used to run all the time. And I'm not really running lately because I'm playing pickleball, so I haven't been running and I haven't practiced. So when I got out there at the lakefront and I went for a run, and when I started in my first mile, I was like, oh, my ankle hurt because I I kind of rolled it, but I didn't really hurt it in pickleball, but I could feel it. So instead of saying it hurt, because that was natural for me to say it hurt, because I was like, oh, shoot, is this going to get worse? Right? That was my first thought. I was like, wait a minute, I'm a Master Manifestor. If I keep saying that, I'm not getting anywhere. I need to be saying, you know what? With each step, my ankle is stronger. It wasn't even natural for me to say that, right? But I know that what I think is happening. So instead of complaining to myself, because by the time I got to my 3rd mile, my legs and my muscles were really sore, and I was determined to run my 3 miles today, and I wasn't going to quit. I was running it. But by mile 1, I was like, oh, my ankle and my muscles. Well, I shut that voice down very quickly. I said, no, I already said I'm doing 3 miles. That was my promise to myself. Like, that's like holding to my vision. My vision was 3 miles. Nothing was going to stop me. So instead of saying my muscles hurt, they're going to be so sore, my ankle's going to get worse, right? That was a thought that popped up in my mind. I hushed that voice and I said, no, this is making me stronger and more powerful. And I'm just getting stronger. And my ankle is healed. I'm already healed and my muscles are already stronger. And I would say things to myself like, this is making me stronger. So I had to keep repeating that till that was just my natural thought in the moment. And I did it and I made it and I got it. So that's a manifestation. Me hitting my 3 miles, that's a manifestation. Because I could have quit. And guess what? I know I probably would have quit. If I kept saying my ankle and my muscles, I probably would have quit after that first mile. So it's the same way. Any type of manifestation is the same way. That was a manifestation. I didn't let those words deter me from my goal that I made the night before. I was like, I think I'm just going to show up and run 3 miles because I got to run 3 miles next weekend. I might as well do the full 3 miles now. I didn't let my ankle hurting in my thigh, I didn't let that hurt, that pain, I didn't let that stop me because I saw it differently. And that became a new result. So your mind is not fighting you anymore. It doesn't have to fight you. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. That was a natural thought for you that my mind is fighting me. But all you have to do is say, no, 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 no. I get what I want. And what I want is this. For me, it was, I'm finishing these 3 miles. And my body will get stronger and work with me. The more I run, the more I'm healed, is something I was saying about my ankle. The more I run, the more I'm healed. Because what you're saying and what you're believing is creating your reality. So in your case, whatever your desire is, right? Family, right? Then or friends or family, these desires you've talked about. When your mind says, oh no, that person, like friendships, right? That person doesn't want to be your friend, or they can't show up, or you don't trust them, right? That might be a thought that pops up. If those thoughts are popping up in regard to a friendship that you're manifesting, say, no, 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 I'm not accepting that. You don't even have to fight it. It's like, just no, it's a no. It's a hard no. I don't have to yell no. It's just no. I am having what I want. I'm not taking less. I get what I want. It's a yes. Okay, so you have to be your own cheerleader. And so it doesn't have to fight you. It feels like fighting, but then you're going to create more of that. Oh, it feels like fighting and struggle. But you're the only one who's creating that. It doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be a fight. Just decide that it's not a fight. This is not a fight. Your subconscious mind is your best friend. Your subconscious mind will seek out what you give as orders and make sure you receive it. I intend you have a deep understanding about that. So do you understand? It doesn't have to be a fight. You're the one who's creating the fight. You're the one who's creating the fear. You're not you specifically, any of you, but generally, right? You're creating your reality. Everything is coming from you. You don't have to create the struggle anymore. You don't have to create the fear anymore because you understand you're the creator. That's why. It appeared like the struggle was coming from out there, but remember, that's part of the illusion. The illusion is that everything is separate from you. That's what you need to understand, that nothing is separate from you. Nothing is separate from you. Nothing is separate from you. And it's coming from your inner world. So if your inner world, you're having fear, obviously based from past experiences, what you've been conditioned to believe, right? So the fear, it's real. At the same time, you're the one who also has the power to change it. Since your world is coming from within, meaning your thoughts, your beliefs, your assumptions, what you're thinking, So your inner world is projected out. Think about that. Your inner world is projected out. Is there really something to fear? If it's your inner world projected out, what is there to fear? That's part of the illusion of fear. And so again, fear is very real. Like I said the other day, I wouldn't just walk into a cage with a lion unless I prepped my mind for that. So you prep your mind, you prime your mind. You live in the end, you die to the old version of you. You stop being double-minded where you go back and forth. Live in the end knowing you're the creator, nothing separate from you. That's why there's nothing to fear. Because you have the power to see it differently. To see your experiences and your circumstances and the situations. You have the power to see it, your world differently. And as you see your world differently, your world will produce those results for you. It's already producing results for you. The outer world's producing your results to show you what's within you. And then you're confronted with what's within you. And some of those beliefs are subconscious, you're not aware of. That's okay. You're understanding that you have power greater than any circumstance. You'll see how everything will change. It will feel effortless. You can make life effortless. You can make life a struggle or you can make life effortless. And you're choosing your own destiny. You're the only one creating your destiny. And you're, by the way, choosing your destiny whether you know it or not, with every choice and every assumption you're making in your life, in your experience, in the eternal now. In this present moment, the assumptions you're making, the judgments you're making, whatever you're thinking in the present moment, it's produced out there in your world as an experience. So you always have the power to see something different and create something different. I set it and forget it because it materializes, because I see it, because I'm living it, because I know it's done. Fabulous. That's fabulous. Yes, I think it might be subconscious beliefs at play that I'm not aware of, right? And so you become aware of your beliefs because the thought just comes to your mind, right? That thought came to your mind, and when you have that thought, like, my mind is fighting me, all you have to do is say, wait a minute, I'm in charge. I create my reality. It doesn't mean there's more subconscious beliefs. Your beliefs are coming to the surface based on what you're thinking and assuming. So you're able to understand and know what your subconscious beliefs. It's not like there's more hidden. You know what your beliefs are in each moment because of the assumptions you're making. It's not like there's more hidden beliefs. There doesn't have to be. Your beliefs come to the surface in each moment. And so if that belief doesn't serve you, then change it. So the belief that you're fighting, or it's a struggle or a fight, and your mind is fighting you, then you don't have to believe that anymore. Just say, I don't believe that anymore. That's not true. I just say, that's not true, and I shut it down. You want to talk about manifesting money and how good you are at manifesting money? Thank you. Thank you for all the love. Yes, money. Say it now. It's so easy for me to manifest money. It's so easy that money shows up in my life. See yourself as the one who already has this. Remember, money is not separate from you. It's coming from you and your perception and the way you see your world. And we have been trained and conditioned to focus on the things we don't have. Everything we're lacking, we've been conditioned to see that. So turn that around now and say, I see abundance in my life. I have abundance. I'm sure you can walk in your closet and look at your sock drawer and think, oh my God, I am abundant in socks. That makes you abundant, right? So you can already look through, your perspective, wherever you're at, whatever you're looking at, and you can see lots of abundance. See the abundance instead of seeing the lack. Oh, but I don't have this yet, and I don't have that, and I'm still living in this place that I don't like, and I don't know if I'll ever get my dream home. Well, start saying you are getting it. You declare it, you claim it, you say, my dream home is mine. It's already done. It's mine. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. See it that way. See it that way, and you will see the results of your harvest, or your what you're sowing. You will reap what you sow. That means see abundance, see and be in gratitude and appreciation. If you're in gratitude and you're like, wow, thank you. Every time I eat something, I mean, really all through the day, I'm filled with gratitude. Filled with gratitude, waking up having a dream life. It really is a dream life. I really have turned my life into my dream life. I have everything and all my needs met all the time. There's nothing I'm without or lacking. I already feel that. I already see that. And the money pours in, and people pour into my life. Friends pour into my life. Everything's pouring into my life, but I see it that way. And I used to not see it that way. I used to struggle, but I saw it as a struggle. Therefore, the world confronted me with struggles. Look at the things that are in your life already, that you're abundant, and remember that you're abundant because you already have all your desires. Infinity is within you. Doesn't that make you abundant? Doesn't it make you abundant that you can imagine anything? Everything and anything, you can imagine it. It's within you. Doesn't that make you abundant? Yes. Claim yes. Yes, I am abundant now. Yes, I am wealthy now. There is no reason why you can't be living a rich life. You need to claim it and see it that way. It's all from within you. You are abundant. That's your nature. Your God-given nature is that you are abundance. You are abundance. You're the life-giving spirit. You're also abundant because you're giving life to everything in your world. To your perspective, through your perspective, you're giving life to everything. Florence Scovel Shinn had a technique that she called the magic purse. Imagine you open your purse and it's filled with money, or your wallet, or, you have your credit card or your phone, right, attached to your bank. So picture it overflowing and piling up and pouring in. Catherine Ponder is a metaphysical teacher, and she talked a lot about abundance. One of her affirmations is, the millions that are meant for me by divine right manifest for me now in perfect and gracious ways. I think I changed a couple words, but it's something like that. And I really like that one. In grace and perfect ways. So that's what I just transposed those words. The millions, repeat after me, the millions that are meant for me by divine right manifest now in grace and perfect ways. The millions that are yours by divine right. It is your divine right to be rich. It is your birthright to be rich. Why just get by when you're filled with the riches from within? So all you have to do is release them out from within. See your world already as abundant. I mean, see you. Okay, it's about how you see you in relation to your world. So you, in your world, see yourself abundant because you're God of your reality. That's why you're abundant, because you're God. You already have everything. You're already one with God in everything. You're not separate from everything because you're not separate from anything. Nothing is separate from you. It's one with you. Doesn't that also make you abundant? It's another way to help you see your world, yourself in relation to your world as abundant, because nothing is separate from you. So look through your world and walk and say, oh, wow, that's mine and that's mine. And this is one with me and this makes me abundant. Just change your attitude and you will see money show up. I changed my attitude. I remember the first time I started affirming, it was like 6 years ago. I said, money comes out of the blue. And I was still doubting at that time. And And I was about to leave for that day. I was leaving to India to go to a yoga retreat. And guess what? I walked out my back door and there was a $50 bill in the alley. There was just a $50 bill. I was affirming money comes out of the blue, and the $50, that was my first experience manifesting money out of the blue. I just started saying it. Unexpected checks come in the mail. Craziness was happening. Hey, do you want to say, oh, I can't afford that? Because your world will produce those results. I can't afford that. I don't think I can afford that. At the foundation, no, you're already the creator. You're already one with everything. You can imagine anything, and you're creating your reality through your imagination. So see yourself as abundant now. Your words, that's another Catherine Ponder affirmation that I like. Your words have prospering power. Your words are prospering power. What you decree is happening. What you decree is happening in your life. You just have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. And as you pay attention, that means you're aware of the assumptions you're making, and you're aware of what you're thinking and assuming. And when you change your assumption, you will see that the outer world will reflect your new assumption. What do you want to assume now? That you're poor and it's hard? Life is hard? Do you want to keep assuming that? Life is hard. Life's a struggle. Do you want to test the law? Test the law and say, I intend life is easy. I intend, show me how easy it could be. Show me that my life is easy. I love an easy life. I would love life to be easy. And watch, if you persist in that idea, you will have results produced to match you and the way you perceive reality. If we're affirming we have money, but in the same position for a long time, how to not be discouraged. Use a little bit of revision. This you have to exercise your mind. Okay, let's just change this statement. We're affirming we have money. Then you say, but in the same position for a long time. That means in the present moment, you still see yourself in the same position. Yes, I have money, but I'm in the same position. How come I'm in the same position? I didn't get the money. When you're saying, but I'm in the same position, that's what you're also claiming. And you're double-minded. So double-minded means you're affirming one thing and you're also affirming another thing. You're affirming the opposites. How can you get any movement? Nothing will change. I have money. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, I'm still in the same position. That's still an affirmation. Do you understand? That's why affirmations are just thoughts. It's not even a technique. Those are the thoughts you're thinking. What is your dominant thought? I'm in the same position. I'm in the same position for a long time. For a long time. And I'm trying not to be discouraged, but so you're showing yourself your true belief. Your true belief is that you're not abundant and that it's not manifesting. That's your true belief. Or you want to be truly abundant, start to only say, I'm affirming it and I have results. I have faith. I am loyal. I persist. It's done. You can't have that statement and manifest your money. How to not be discouraged? Because you're already saying you don't see it. Your job is to claim you have it. So claim it, because as you claim it, you will know it. Here's what you do. Here's your question, right? You're going to have this thought like, oh, I'm affirming. It's been a long time. I'm so discouraged. Wait a minute. That's not what you want. Because you're actually producing that result. You don't want that. And that's what you're saying, and that's what you're getting. You have to say it until you'll see it, right? You have to believe it until you'll see it. Don't get caught up on the word believe, because to believe means to be. It's being, and it means to be in the consciousness, which really means to repeat. Okay, so you have to keep saying it. You have to keep holding loyal to your vision. Loyalty, well, faith is loyalty to your vision. So let's change your statement. Like when you have that thought, oh, it's been so long. How can I not be discouraged? I keep affirming, but it still hasn't changed. Well, you're saying it hasn't changed, so let's change it. I'm affirming I have money and it works. It's as simple as that. You have to see it as though it works, not being discouraged. So you can use, in a way, we're using revision in the present moment. I affirm it and I see results. I affirm it and I see results. I affirm it and I see results. Keep saying that until that's your natural thought. And even before it's a natural thought, you'll see money, because money probably does show up for you. But you want it to be piling in and pouring in and piling up in your world, then see it that way. I'm affirming money all the time and it shows up. I'm excited or I'm happy. I'm thankful. You can't be discouraged. If you're discouraged, results are produced. That's what you were doing wrong. It's an easy fix. Watch how money flows into your life today, tomorrow, and the future just by changing this one thing. Okay, so opposite of being discouraged. You manifested money. You have to see it that way. It's already yours. It's already yours. So wouldn't you be like, thankful? Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. That's one of Neville Goddard's affirmation statements, right? Thank you, Father, the one creator. Or if you don't like to say Father, say creator, universe, infinite intelligence, whatever you prefer to say. Doesn't matter. I like, thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. You'd be saying thank you, not discouraged. You have to be in the end. The end is thank you, appreciation. I got it. I have it. It doesn't mean you have to be excited. You have to see it as though it's done, and you're not seeing it as done. That's why. Okay, so we brought that to everyone's attention, your attention, right? And now this is how you change it. You have to say it before you will see it. I'm affirming I have money, and I always get results. And it shows up immediately. Do you want that? So you say that instead, and you will get the results you want. You're already getting results with what your statement is. You're already getting those results, and you don't want that anymore. So you have to change something. You have to say you have it. You've been double-minded. You can't be double-minded. Die to the old version of you, and you rise and resurrect in the new version of you. Right? You resurrect the desire by seeing it. I affirm for money and it shows up like crazy. Oh my God, this is getting crazy. You can imagine you're having a conversation. Again, you can use different ways for you to see the end. So what would you be? The telephone technique, right? You're talking to your best friend or someone, maybe a family member, like a mom or someone, and you're like, oh my God, Mom. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I have so much money. I'm doing the things I love to do. I feel financially free. And imagine your mom saying, I'm so happy for you, baby. I love you. So like any little conversation, it doesn't have to be a long conversation, just a little conversation that implies the end. That's not discouraging. I mean, I get it. You're discouraged and then you got results. You can't be discouraged and get the results you want. You can't be saying, because you're saying you don't have it. And sure, you might manifest money in because you're affirming it, and then it's going out or not continuing to show up. It is always circulating in your life. Can you see it that way? And so how are ways to see it? I already went through these, but let me reinforce it for you now. You're already abundant because you can imagine everything. You are one with the Creator. You can imagine anything. I and my Father are one. You and the Creator are one. You are not separate. Everything you see is not separate from you. That's an illusion. Nothing is separate from you. That makes you abundant. Look at your world and realize nothing is separate from you. Nothing. Doesn't that make you so abundant? Think about that and meditate on that. How abundant you are, that nothing is separate from you. Okay, really get the foundation. You need to get the foundation. If you need to get the foundation, join my VIP group, because in the VIP group, you will have a foundation, knowing you have to know you're the creator. I'm not saying you have to know. Okay, maybe that's a little strong. You don't have to know. When you know you're the creator, you will see your abundance. You will see your manifestation, because you know you're the operant power. Okay, so remember, everything's like a paradox anyway, because infinite possibilities exist from all different perspectives. And so in a way, it's possible that everything and anything could work if you see it that way. I like the lullaby technique you talked about the other day, right? Like a little lullaby as you fall asleep. God is my father, and the whole world is my inheritance. You're a child of the universe. You are inheriting everything. Like, so you could have a little lullaby like that, like I'm a child of the universe. This is all my inheritance, and fall asleep with a lullaby like that. Or just say, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I intend to be rich. I intend to see that I'm making $50,000 a day, or whatever you want. You know, what do you want to see in your life? I'm receiving money. I'm receiving money. Money shows up. I'm always abundant. I'm wealthy. I'm rich. Remember, you could also see, if we look at the 3D, all this is a manifestation anyway, but you could look at your manifestation and you could say, well, I'm abundant with family and friends, and I'm abundant with food, because open your refrigerator and I'm sure there's food in your refrigerator and in your cabinet. Like, there's so many things in your world that shows you you're already abundant. Play around with the idea of what you think is expensive. Play around with that. Okay, so if you think something like $100,000 is expensive, start playing around with that and say it's not. That's not expensive. So take it from being up here on a pedestal to down here. $1 million, is that expensive? Like, take it down here. So it's a mental exercise. This is a psychological game. So see it differently. So remember, everything is equal. But it's not at the same time. If you understand you're the creator, you see it all as equal. But if you're looking through the lower self, you look at things and you don't see it as equal. Play that game in your mind a little bit with money. And instead of thinking $1 million sounds like a lot, that's just average for you. That's normal for you. Make it normal. It's not a big deal. $1 million a month is not a big deal, or even $1 million days, not a big deal. So it has to start first in the mind. That's natural for you. Could you feel like that's natural? Oh, there was, actually I did this in my VIP group. So this, I think I learned from Abraham Hicks. It might have been in one of her books, but I think I just heard her in a lecture talking about spend money each day. So in my VIP group, we imagine today, spend $1,000. Sorry, spend it in your mind. Don't go out and spend money, right? Remember, you start your creation for you. Your reality is created from your imagination. So that's first cause. Then it's projected onto this outer world. So imagine it. You don't have to spend it yet. You're imagining it. Today, imagine you're spending $1,000 and you have to spend it all. What are you doing with $1,000 today? Now tomorrow, $2,000. You wake up and you're like, okay, I have $2,000 today. What are you spending it on? Maybe you're giving a $1,000 tip at a restaurant. You go out to dinner and you're like, oh. I mean, you don't have to have yourself in this timeline. Just take yourself to any timeline. So you don't have to think, oh, I need to pay off these bills first and pay this. No, just take yourself to any timeline. So it could be a timeline where you're going out to dinner. Dinner's $500 and you tip the staff $1,000. And then you still have $500. Maybe you're going to give it away and you're going to buy a gift, or maybe you're going to buy something for yourself. Now, the next day, $3,000. Keep adding it up by $1,000 each day. Do that exercise every single day. You will expand the way you see yourself in relation to money, and it won't seem so big to you anymore, right? You can shrink any circumstance. It is a mental game. So use that exercise to help you see your world differently. It's how you see yourself in the world. How do you see yourself? Do you get this? Right? Like, how do you see yourself in relation to your specific person? How do you see yourself in relation to money? How do you see yourself in relation to health and well-being? How do you see yourself in relation to anything? Well, first, if you know you're the creator, you will see yourself as greater than. Ultimately, that's the ultimate truth. Or first and foremost, that's the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is you're greater than any circumstance, and you have the power to shrink it. Okay, you want to learn more? Those are techniques, or those are exercises. Join my VIP group for exercises, or use my self-concept course, because I have exercises for you in my self-concept course. In my bio, if you click on Linktree and then you click on self-concept course, you will see hundreds of success stories with money, with love, with health, and they're not even all listed there because there are hundreds flowing into my life. And eventually it will be millions. It's actually thousands right now. Thousands of success stories. I'm swimming in success stories. So you decide your success. So you're no longer double-minded. You stay in the end, you're focused, you're clear, you see your vision, and it's done. Right? You don't say, I'm discouraged. No, that's not the end. You took yourself out of the end. So recognize when you take yourself out of the end, because some people say, but I'm in the end. No, you weren't. You have to recognize you weren't. I'm in the end, but I don't have it. If you were in the end, you would still be saying, Shannon, it's mine, I have it. That's how you know you're in the end. Because you come here and you say, I have it, it's done. I see it done in my mind, so therefore it's done. It is so. It's mine, it's so. I claim it. I claim it. Simply say, I claim it. I claim it. Just had a not ideal conversation. And then you laid down, right? And you got up and said no. She called right in a better tone. That was an instant manifestation, right? I love it. You made a declaration like, no, it was a not ideal conversation and you weren't going to accept that. You're like, no. And then you receive a new call in a better tone. Instant manifestation. If you can do that, remember, you can do anything. You want to see sales increasing and thriving and producing, right? You had mentioned that, something about sales, right? So see that in your world. Imagine you're saying that, because if you could see this instant manifestation that you were like, no. Even you can use revision at the end of the day. Whatever, let's say sales were, I don't know, I'm just going to use a number. Like, let's say there were 50 sales or 15 sales. Let's say 15 sales, but you wanted 100. And so at the end of the day, whatever the 15, I want you to imagine, this is how you exercise your mind. I want you to fall asleep imagining you did get the 100 sales. Or whatever your number, maybe it's 1,500 or whatever. Maybe it's a bigger number, right? So whatever your number is, I want you to increase it in your mind as you fall asleep. So don't fall asleep thinking, oh, I only had 15 sales today. Or don't fall asleep thinking SP hasn't called me today, right? Don't fall asleep thinking any of that. Fall asleep imagining you already have your desire. So if it's 1,500 sales, fall asleep seeing it. Or you're saying it, right? You say it. You say, oh, I had 1,500 sales today. I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed. I'm living my blessed life and my best life. My business is thriving. Or if it's on love, then fall asleep saying, babe, I appreciate you. I love that you're in my life. I love that I'm loved. I love that you're here. I love that I did this. I love that it's easy. Fall asleep saying that, and then watch how you get results in the morning. I receive $100 by tomorrow morning. Love it. I can hear you come back and saying, guess what, you guys? Guess what? The $100 showed up for me overnight. That's wild. What do you want to increase it to now? You also said, but I'm trying not to think about it and it keeps popping up. I'm trying not to think about what. Here, let me remind you of a really powerful story. I mean, I have my own stories as well, but let me start with Neville Goddard. The story of the young woman, I don't know, she was 17 or 18 years old, and this is in the 1950s, and she's on the trolley car in San Francisco, and her father had passed away, and the holidays were coming up, and she was waitressing. I don't know if it was like going to be Christmas the next day or something like that. Like the holiday was about to happen. So she's coming home from her waitress job on the trolley car. It was raining, and all these other kids who were home from school were laughing and having a good old time. And she started crying. So she stuck her head out the window. It was raining. The rain hit her face along with her tears. And she pictured that she was in Guam because that's where she wanted to go, to Guam. And so she pictured being there. And guess what? Within 30 days, she was there. She was crying. She had tears running down. But what did she do? Well, Neville described it. She put her face out the window, or maybe whatever. She was on the trolley car. So it was probably coming through, right? So as it was hitting her face, she imagined the smell of the salt water. She imagined she was at the dock coming on the boat to the dock area, right? And that it was like that splashes of water from the ocean hitting her face. That's what she imagined. It didn't matter what her emotion was. However, she used it to her advantage. She was crying, but she pictured her end. In 30 days, she was in Guam because an aunt who had passed away had left her $3,000 or something like that. Had left her an inheritance. And she got that money. The young woman got the money and went to Guam and was there within 30 days. The money came before that. She didn't even picture money. I mean, you can picture money. Absolutely. I picture money. I imagine money. She pictured where she wanted to go and she got there. So the emotion, use it to picture you with your desire. Okay, I had a situation a couple years ago where it was a transaction, a real estate transaction. The other person on the phone was telling me, no, 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 no. I was getting anxious, a little angry too, anxious and angry and nervous, physically shaking. I was like, thank God I'm not face to face with this person because this person was telling me no. But I was like, why are they telling me no? I mean, I wasn't even like that. I was crying. I was almost crying about it. I was like taking a deep breath on the other end of the phone. And this person saying, no, 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 no. No, reduce. This was a real estate price that reduce it. In my mind, I already had it set. I'm like, no, I'm getting this number. That's it. I'm getting this deal. This deal's mine. But I was shaking. I was taking deep breaths. They were still saying no. I was putting the mute on my end and I was like, I was trying to imagine them saying what I wanted to hear. I pictured the end. I got the end. I got that transaction. I got that sale and I got the money. I had to work through it because I wasn't really there like mentally or physically. Like that wasn't really who I was. I was pushing through to be that version of me. But soon as I pushed through it, I was there. It was done. I had to push through it. That's okay. It was uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. It's almost like a quantum jump. That's not who I was. I mean, I used to not be that person, but I literally became that person in a split second. I worked through it. I remember hanging up that phone call. I was exhausted. It felt exhausting. That's okay. That's okay. That's what I needed to do to push through it. So I know we could create effortlessly, but I was being a version of me who heard things differently. Now it's effortless. At that time, it did feel like I was pushing through things. I had to push through that to get to where I am at now to be effortless. So there are things that I did push through. I was imagining they were telling me, yes, you got it. Yes. I was imagining they're telling me the number I wanted to hear, right? I've told another story in the past. This is probably from 3 or 4 years ago when we rented the Airbnb and there was something with the hot tub and a day or whatever. It's like it wasn't working for part of the day, part of the time. So they were only offering like $300 for a credit. And I said, no, I want $1,000. And they go, oh, no. In my mind, I kept saying 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And they, sure enough, they came back giving me the exact amount that I said in my head, even after they told me at least, 5 times, we won't give you that amount. But in my head, I said, yes, you will. I didn't tell them, yes, you will. I said it in my head. I imagined them saying, here you go. Yes, we agree. So I imagined it right in the moment, and it changed in that moment. You have so much power, but what are you willing to accept? Okay, so maybe it might feel like a little bit of a struggle to push through. But again, that doesn't have to be the way it is. I did that because I was wanting to be a more sure, confident version of myself who stood up for myself and who got paid the value that I believe that I provide. And so I used to not believe that for many years ago. And I, people pleaser, this or that. And so I set my standards and I made sure I stuck to my standards and I got it. So when someone's asking about feeling anxious, first know that you are God and you will be less anxious. And also, it's okay if you work through these. It's okay. That's okay. Thank you that I did that. I say to myself, thank you that I had that experience to go through. So it's like a birth, right? It's a birth of a new manifestation. I became a new version of me through that experience. And that was the version I wanted to be. So that circumstance showing up, telling me no, was the way for me to become that more confident version of me who raised my standards and got what I want. Believe me, I was on the phone going back and forth in my head. I don't know. Maybe it's not working. I was like, wait a minute, wait. I'm the operant power. I could create my reality. I get what I want. This is selling like I want. This transaction is going the way I want it to go. And it did. Okay, so you said such an amazing story. That gives me hope. Thank you. You're welcome. So don't focus so much. Should I have emotion? Should I not? How do you feel? No, ultimately, you see yourself as the one who has your desire. Doesn't matter if you're crying. I was anxious. I was angry. Be angry, but sin not. Okay, sin not means claim your desire. Be angry and claim your desire. Be angry, feel your emotion, cry, feel anxious, and claim it. Been having deals fall through, need to work on my attitude viewpoint, gotta keep pushing through. So me even sharing my experience with that real estate transaction, right? Deal falling through, start saying all my deals go through. All my deals go through. Everything goes through for me. Start seeing it that way. You can even revise the past. They've always gone through. Or you could just affirm, my deals always go through. Starting now, everything's going through. I'm going to see it that way, and they go through. I've changed my attitude, and everything goes through for me. When you realize everyone's yourself pushed out, there's really nothing to be afraid of other people anymore. So that helped calm that. However, I also wanted to see myself greater. Like maybe sometime in the future, I would like to give presentations to a larger audience. It's something I'm not sure, but I'm kind of contemplating, right? And I want to be more confident, and I want to be more sure, and I want to raise my standards, right? So that's what I was thinking prior to that situation where that phone call happened. Those were my thoughts, and I was affirming it. So guess what? That situation showed up for me so I could transcend that old version. See how I could look at it that way? I could look at that unwanted situation where that person's telling me, no, it's not going to work. You can't do it. We're not going to hire you, all this stuff. And I transcended it. That situation came to me because I was affirming. I wanted to be that person. So that's why the world said, okay, here you go. Let's give you some situation so you can feel that sense of overcoming it. And you could be the one who raised your standards and kept it there. And that you could be the one who's confident and sure and gets what you want, right? So that was the world producing it for me. And I was like, oh, thank you. I mean, now that I know, now this 3-4 years later, who I am now, I understand I can even change those kind of circumstances where they're sort of easier. I could create a reality that just continues to get better and better and better. It's better and better and easier and easier and easier. I could create that. It doesn't have to be highs and lows and hills and valleys. It doesn't have to be. Since then, I've created, it just gets better, 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 better. I'm already the results. I'm already the proof. Based on who I am, not even what I've physically manifested, this lower self. Everything I am now is a manifestation, confidence, self-assured, self-reliance. I affirmed all of that. Not only affirmed it, it's about knowing you're the creator. Knowing you're the creator and knowing everyone is yourself pushed out. No one is separate from you. No one is judging you unless you're judging you. No one is judging you unless you are judging you. Or you're judging others. If you're judging others, they will be judging you. So see, when you're understanding everyone is yourself pushed out, there's a lot of things I'm no longer judging. I mean, I'm sure it comes to the surface and I just say no. So I'm very more observing instead of judging. I'm not jealous. I'm not resentful. Like, these are all things that were pretty deeply in me. Oh, I was a very jealous person. I was very jealous. So that's not part of who I am anymore. I couldn't even feel jealous. It's not possible. Why would I feel jealous when everything's already mine? Why would I feel jealous when I'm one with everything and everyone? I want to give love to everybody. I'm hyping everybody up. I want to see success. But believe me, 10 years ago, I didn't want to see other people succeed because I wasn't succeeding. Well, I was succeeding on some level, but I still didn't feel like a success. I didn't see myself as a success. So when you know everyone's yourself pushed out, that is a huge change in your perspective. You're already abundant. You're already everything. There's nothing to be jealous of. There's nothing to be resentful of. I mean, what other emotions? I still get angry now and again, but that's pretty rare and pretty few and far between. I'm not feeling nervous. However, I don't know if I would feel nervous in some situations. It doesn't mean I would never feel nervous. It means I will work through that if I want to. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with being nervous also. I mean, I'm just letting you know it was at a very, a very heightened level of insecurity that I had. What do you do when you get angry, Shannon? How do you navigate that? I just take a deep breath. I try not to judge the situation. I look in my mind for the way I want it to be. I could also be, if I'm angry at someone, instead of being angry at them, I could feel compassion for them instead, because they're going to reflect. If I'm angry at someone, then they'll reflect it. Right? If I could have compassion for that same person, they're going to reflect that. Remember, everyone is yourself pushed out. Okay? So if you're getting angry, I'm not saying you can never be angry. And just when you know you're the creator, you're getting less and less angry. What is there to be angry about? What is there really to be angry about? All I have to do is see it differently in my mind and persist in that new vision, and it will change. So I can have compassion if I decide to have compassion. By the way, getting angry, it doesn't mean you can't ever get angry. Maybe there are things I want to get angry at. That's okay too. So I don't really want to tell you what to do in that sense, but you can be angry and manifest your desires. I love you all. Thank you for all the new subscribers. And Anyone new here, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can watch replays on YouTube. I have meditations there. Also, the link, I have my self-concept course. Do you want to manifest your desire on your own? Get results, read the results. You will have a protocol exactly what to do, and you will see results. Thank you for all the love. I love all the love. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifts. I love you all. Everybody have an amazing day, and come back here with results with your $100 success stories and with all other success stories, because you are success. I love you all. Bye.